What's up, guys? New knife review for y'all. I'm not in a great mood right now because I just got some bad news. I got my first college rejection, but it's okay because I'm 2 for 3 right now. So, and I got a lot more coming, so it could be worse. So I guess I just decided to do a knife review to get myself back in a good mood. I love doing these, so that's basically why I do them. Hopefully, I'll give you guys a little bit of information, but also because I really love just examining and just playing with these knives. If you guys don't know what this knife is, this is the Browning Ice Storm. A little bit about this knife. These are discontinued. When you can find them, they're about 35. You see them every now and then on the forums. But they did go for around 35, and this is an excellent value knife. One interesting thing is that these are called the Browning Ice Storm. If I can get the box for you real quick. Here, Browning Ice Storm SX. This is not gold. I don't know why it's in the gold box. But these are actually made by Macusta. They make a lot of really nice VG10 folders and more gentleman-like folders, and they just made this one for Browning. So it's definitely high quality. They're known as a very high quality, very good product brand. So let's get into some specs really quickly. Blade length is 3.5 inches, I believe. I didn't bother to measure it myself. In addition, blade steel is VG10. Handle is aluminum, anodized red on this particular one. There's actually 2 different models of the Ice Storm. If you Google it, you'll find another different model. I don't think it has a different name. However, it does look significantly different. This one has sort of that slim stiletto type look to it. The other one has a lot more contours and a taller blade. But it does also feature those really nice contoured aluminum handles like this one. So let's start with the blade on this one. Very nice Browning logo on here. I like that. It's very simple, not too overstated. I'm not a huge fan of the blade shape. I've never been into these really thin stiletto type deals. I don't really like how it's just so thin. I feel like the tip is a little bit weak. You can see here there's a big swedge out the top too. So you can see thickness is relatively standard, but it appears kind of thin up here. One huge thing I have to say about this knife is this thing is absolutely blazing sharp. It just came to me and it just cuts through anything like butter. Let me see if I can find you something to cut real quick. I didn't plan this, but here. Basically, you just put gravity on it, and it just splits. This is cardboard. This is not paper. I'm not even putting any pressure downwards. I'm just kind of lightly pressing down, and it just goes through very easily. Blazing sharp blade. This thing is probably the sharpest knife I've ever had. Cardboard's probably not the best example, but you know what I mean. Let me see if I can. So a piece of paper. This is just gravity right now. Just bringing the blade into the paper. This thing is absurdly sharp. So that's one thing I do have to give Browning or Macusta for that. Just a very nice VG10 blade with a very nice edge. That's what VG10 is good for. You need to exploit the advantages of your steels, and VG10 is known for taking a very fine, very sharp edge, and this one definitely has it. This knife does have a chip. I got it secondhand, so I don't know how that chip came about. I hope that's not too common, but still very nice. Satin finish looks pretty nice. You can see here model 393 marked Japan, and you can see here the thumb stud's kind of raising the bump, but you can't really use it as like a wave or anything. You actually can open it using that like that, I guess, but there's thumb studs for a reason. The reason for that is you can tell when the handle's in for the thumb stud to have a place to deploy. So let's go look at the handles now. These handles are aluminum. You can see here there's a steel liner on one side for the liner lock, but the other one is just aluminum. And you can see the same thickness even with the liner in here. It's a very, very beautiful scale. I know you guys can see that, and that's just absolutely beautiful. I think what they did is, first of all, it's rounded, as you can see. They just took the aluminum slab, they first rounded it, and I think they put a matte finish on here. You can see here. That's why it's kind of duller, more flat over here. Whereas in these grooves, they just kind of, I guess, took a Dremel or something and just put it in there, and it made these very nice, shiny, shiny grooves in here. So that's really nice. Not actually Dremel, but you know what I mean. Deployment on this knife is very nice and easy. It's a lot more thumb action. It's kind of a different angle than most of your knives. Like for example, the rookie here, and this one kind of, any way you kind of do it works. You can go up, or you can go around the pivot. But with this one, you can't really go out. You just have to flick up, straight up, and that's the best way to do that. Still very easy to open, very fast. This would make a decent, I guess, you know, I've never imagined knives are actually good for self-defense. They aren't. Again, there's no winner in a knife fight. There's somebody who gets cut really, really badly, and there's a guy who gets cut a little less badly, loses a little bit less blood. So there's no advantages to knife fighting ever. You know, but if you had to, okay, and that's a huge, if you had to, I mean, this one has a good blade shape for that. However, the handle, it's a pretty thick handle, you can see here, but the handle is not all that great for it because you might travel up onto the blade. There's no real choil. It is very comfortable. I like how this knife and like the Emerson A100 are just square, I mean rectangular slabs of G10. Yet the ergonomics are just as good as any, you know, a lot of different Spydercos and Benchmade's and stuff, which I think is really interesting. You know, so sometimes simplicity is the way to go. You can adjust the pivot with a flathead screw, which is very convenient. Something that people actually have, but the handle here, I think it's Torx. You can see here, open flow construction, let everything pass through. Blade lockup on this one is almost perfect. There's a hair of left to right, barely any, but up and down is 100% solid, so very, very nice. You can see this clip here. Really nice clip. It carries very, very low. If you see here, it'll probably carry above your pocket, if not at the top of your pocket. But this clip is really long too. It's just a kind of a weird thing. I don't think it's a bad thing in any respect, but you can see here it is next to a Spyderco rookie clip, which is at least probably 3/4 the length. And you see it here next to a Strider SNG clip. It's probably only about 60% the length. So it does have a very long clip. Take that for what you will. I don't think that's a advantage for anything, but it's still fine. The liner here is not very thick though, about half the thickness of the blade, but that's respectable. And the thing with this knife is, what am I about to say? Lockup is still very solid. That's what I meant. And it's very nice jimping on the liner here. Very nice jimping on the ramp here. It's a little bit off, a little bit. But, you know, fit and finish everywhere else is very good. You can see the anodizing starts coming off a little bit the more you use this knife, but it's just still a very beautiful color. Overall, very, very positive review on this knife. The Browning Ice Storm. If you can find one, this is an amazing value. $35 for beautiful, beautiful anodized aluminum scales and, you know, a wickedly sharp VG10 blade. Solid lockup and a really nice deep pocket carry clip. Makes this knife a home run in my opinion. If you have the chance to pick one up, definitely do. I think this is worth even up to $60. But you can probably find it for cheaper than that. And if so, I say go for it. The only thing I can say against this knife probably is, you know, maybe a weak tip. And also a little bit of the anodizing comes off once in a while. But overall, very functional, very utility-based design. Also, you know, decent choice, I guess, for a tactile folder, and very, very cool thing to add to your collection. This comes in a lot of different colors. Right before I end the review, this comes in a lot of different colors. It comes in green, gold. I think there's another color, but I can't think of it right now. But if you Google it, you'll find it, and it's just a great knife. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll talk to y'all later. Actually, let's do some size comparisons real quick. Let me just show you it next to, this is probably not the best comparison because people don't have this. But here it is next to the Cold Steel American Lawman, and here it is next to the Victorinox Tinker. So, little size comparison for y'all. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.